Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and welcome back to Alex Asks. And this time, it's on time. What about that? I've actually managed to go through with it. But anyway, last time I asked you, lovely lot, what features do you want in the Mini NES Classic Edition that it doesn't have? A bit of sort of a pipe dream list, if you like. Well, here's just what a few of you had to say. Alextremo B, nice name by the way, says the Mini NES needs to have an eShop to get the games one owns on the system, like Earthbound Begins, but I'm guessing they mean beginnings. Yes, the general consensus from most of you were you want to be able to get more games on the Mini NES, and I thought, well, I've got to include it at least once, even though I did say in the previous video that would be boring. But yes, it needs more games, or at least the ability to get more. Agreed. Crimson Tadpole says, I wish there was some way for the games on the Mini NES Classic Edition to be portable to allow me to play Mario, Zelda, and Metroid anywhere. Fret ye not, I am sure that somebody out there is going to find some way to make that Mini NES and actually take the guts out and make it portable, because people have done it with the N64, they've done it with the GameCube. Honestly, this is going to be a walk in the park for them, so if you want one, you can make it yourself, no doubt. Get some screens, get some, well, just one would do actually, get some buttons, put it in a big Tupperware. Honestly, they genuinely use Tupperware. I'm getting ahead of myself. Zelda Legend said, I am not sure if it has this already, but I would love it if you could play wirelessly by connecting a Wii remote. It looks like the link for the wires will force me to have to sit right in front of the TV instead of the spot where I usually play games. Yeah, the cable's pretty short. It's about, it is genuinely like 3 feet long, which is like that. That is nothing. Honestly, it is kind of short-sighted. I don't know why they decided to make it that short, but you are going to proper have to sit in front of the TV or have a very long power cord and a very long HDMI cable. One of those options, but either way, yeah, it's not a good idea. Mini Mario 101 says, I want the Mini NES to not be released the week before Pokemon Sun and Moon. I don't have infinite monies. 1595 Leon says 4-player games and the clunky old 4-player adapter. I think that would be a lot of fun, but you get a lot of people just sort of saying, well, why didn't you have 4 ports in it originally? And yeah. Also, were there really many 4-player games on the NES? I genuinely can't remember them. Bomberman, was that on the NES? I don't know. We had it on the SNES, but... Milo Williams says, I want there to be a mini power glove for the Mini NES Classic that fits on my finger. Honestly, somebody out there, if you're good at making little, it doesn't even have to work, just like a little thing, send me a video, send me a picture. I would love a little mini power glove that just fits on the finger. Even just to know it exists would make me so happy. Sean Reynolds says, I want the classic console to support original controllers. I've got a NES Advantage that hasn't seen use in years. As it happens, you can actually get various adapters that work with the same sort of plug, because this thing here, this plugs into the Wii Remote nunchuck thing me do, which is exactly the same port that you get on the Mini NES, and this is actually for a GameCube controller, so I can use GameCube controllers on my Wii U if it supports classic controllers. So I imagine these will probably work as well. Can't say that for sure, but who knows, so maybe these will be your solution. Chaotic Game Boy open bracket Nintendo Master end bracket says the Mini NES should have a cartridge slot that reads cartridges and makes waffles. Yep, again we're back with the wanting more games and being able to read original cartridges, but I don't think that's kind of the point of the console. The whole point is it's supposed to be this really cheap little unit. You know, it's only 50 quid and it's all inclusive. It's got 30 games preloaded onto it. If you download 30 games from the Virtual Console, you'd spend at least 50 quid, so I can see why people want it, but by the same token, that's not what the console's about. It's a different thing. Move on. Portal King says, if the Mini NES had Amiibo functionality, that would be pretty cool. Whether the Amiibo would unlock new games, mini-games, skins for existing games, I'm not quite sure because I haven't figured that bit out yet, but I like Amiibo and I want to use them more. You know what? I agree. If there was some sort of NFCs not expensive, you could just very easily get and just tap it on the top of the console, I think that would be pretty fan-dabby-dozy, but I don't know, it's just going to hike the cost up more and more and more. Also, this is a wish list, so we can have whatever we want, because it's never going to happen. Let's Do This Gaming says, say this comment with a Mexican tone voice. Okay, let me try. I would like to use the Wii U Pro controller on the NES Classic Edition because I love the controller and updates that come with more than 30 games. Also, please do a 15-second close-up of you rubbing your beard with sexy music. Please, I love your beard. That's Mexican, isn't it? Dylan Lewis Gaming says, I would love to be able to play online. Imagine Zelda online. Well, considering Zelda is only single player, that would be kind of pointless. But I like your idea. And finally, Adam Hout, I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, says, Pokemon Go for the NES because why not? That's actually really quite funny. Massive thanks to everybody who left a comment. Unfortunately, I can't read out all your comments because I am only one man with a limited time on this earth, and I don't want to die just yet. But you do have a chance to get one of your comments read out in the next episode. And so my question for you this week is, what is objectively the best Pokemon type, and why? Is it Dragon because it's fantastic? Is it Grass because Bulbasaur? Come on, it's Bulbasaur. And Rowlet, don't forget Rowlet. Let us know with a comment down below. It could be objective, it could be subjective. Let's be honest, it's going to be subjective. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you have your own little subscribe button gremlin down in the corner when recording, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye. Speak, Gremlin! No, actually say something loudly because this is a quiet microphone. Sean Reynolds says, I want classic console... I'll just leave the old one in.